wanted to do a small part 2 for Gemini, tying it back to the original drawings that I did at the beginning for the introduction, the middle, and the end. So at the beginning it was talking about control. Control was the challenge. The advice was self-imposed limitations, and the outcome was a stable, like a passionate, stable situation that you create by your own choices. Yeah, that's kind of a quick summary of it. And the picture given for the outcome, I remember, which was really confusing at the beginning, was a hot coffee cup focusing on the handle. And so I felt like I should try to summarize that, the connection to that. And so I think the beginning of it, the control, I think is maybe wanting to control sort of the external environment around you. And the advice would be, was releasing that control, understanding you can't control that, and then really committing to that, really committing on a daily basis, like every day, accepting, I can't control that, giving it up, giving up that fight. So giving up what you can't control on the outside and instead focus on what you can control on the inside. And that was trying to find and discover some things that you really are passionate about, which you may have lost sight of due to childhood trauma, and not feeling that you had the right to do those things, or not feeling it was proper to do those things because maybe you were raised to believe that only certain things were proper for you to do, and you had to work on those proper things only. And then learning what you love to do, learning to do it when you can, and letting go of those things on the outside that are out of your control. So the result of that being that you're not, instead of grabbing the outside of this hot coffee cup and burning yourself, which is the result of those fights that are trying to grab things you can't control, you end up grabbing the coffee cup by the handle, which is the part you can control, and you end up being able to drink the delicious drink on the inside. And then the song that was at the end, which was called Sippin' on Straight Chlorine, which is Sippin' on Straight Chlorine. I wanted to sing a little bit of it for you last time. I kind of kicked myself for not doing it, because I hope you'll look it up and look up some descriptions of it. I don't think I'm allowed to play part of it for you on the video, although I'm not monetized. So maybe I can. I don't want to risk it, though, because I think they do some checks, some, what do you call it, copyright checks anyway before it's published. But it says, like, sipping on straight chlorine, let the vibe slide over me. Because some of the messages I was getting mentally were about, like, water flowing downhill, which is like finding things that you flow with naturally, as opposed to the things, again, that are out of your control, as opposed to fighting about things that are out of your control. And so when it says, like, let the vibes slide over me, this song talks about him needing this creative process, and this creative process being, he says, like, this beat is a chemical, this moment is medical, and it's sort of still a struggle for him. So it's still like an inward fight for him, and in a way I feel like it's because, like, I've heard it said this way before, like, there's part of us that craves this adventure. So we do sort of crave that. We don't want to just go like, hey, here's happiness on a plate, bliss forever. And I mean, in a way we say yes, we think we want that, but part of us wants this adventure, right? So it's a struggle to do the creative process. So I don't know if that makes any sense, because there is a struggle. It's finding your creative process and engaging with that creative process is is like an inward adventure that you um, you that is going to require, it's going to include, not require, include, I should say, other people with it, and it's going to be like a roller coaster ride is what comes into my mind. Yeah, like thrilling as opposed to a horror movie. Unless you like horror movies, I guess. And that is the coffee cup, grabbing the coffee cup by the handle instead of grabbing it by the the hot part. What's interesting is I noticed that in my last reading for Gemini, I kept coughing through it, just like now, which I take to mean you might be having trouble expressing yourself, and I'm starting to do it again. And I take that as confirmation you're having a hard time expressing yourself. Gemini, so I asked for a card for this reading, and I got this is the Nine of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is an excellent card because when it's upright, you see how he's fought and fought and fought for all of these wands. And he's hanging in there with his last strength. And this one, he's letting go of this fight. He's saying, he's giving it up. He's saying, you know what? This is too hard. I'm letting it all go. And this is symbolic of, I think, you don't have to try to keep holding it all together anymore. And I feel like it's going to be a huge relief for you. You can completely let it all go, and you can start the new adventure of working on yourself. Let me see if I can find another card for what's coming up for your new, nice. The Eight of Wands. Okay, so that's a lot of communication and a lot of forward movement. So that implies talking, learning with new, that it implies to me other people being involved, whether it be through information, because even if it's learning, which is, we love Gemini, I know with that being a big part in my chart, even if we're learning, that involves other people by way of talking to them through, even if we're reading about them, which I forgot to say this in my other video, that I noticed that a lot of things I learned were, I happened to stumble on an article here, I happened to stumble on a video there, and it just happened to coincide with your reading, and I thought, I have to tell it. Okay, so it froze last time, so I don't know how much it recorded. And I had to tell that in the reading because I thought this is so typically Gemini, because we love reading, we love learning. So this is what's coming up. It's gonna free you from this, hanging in there, fighting to defend all of these wands that are stuck there, so that you can get into what you really love, which is this flowing energy of all the things that excite you. And it's going to involve the people who are interested in the things you're interested in, so that you can have that forward movement. And the result will be, I like the coffee cup because it also implies the stable home type environment. And that's what a lot of times I remember getting the Four of Wands, which is that stability. It's a fun that doesn't end, is what that is. Oh, my dogs. There go my dogs. Okay, let's get another card for that, for what's coming up if Gemini takes the path of controlling what they can control. Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, so we got revealing the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. It's conforming at a higher level of thinking. So there's still... Okay, so yeah, so this one here is... This one, when it was upright, was a type of conforming at a lower energy. Like trying to force everyone to see that I'm right, at in these lower ideas, kind of, if that makes sense. Like, no, you have to see I'm the one that's right. This, oh, I get it. Wait, I thought this fell upside down, which would be revealing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, so, which either way, maybe there was a reason it turned upright. So this one could be either sneaky as it is upright or revealing if it's upside down, which this could be so not forceful, but this is so Gemini. This is so this is so Gemini that I didn't know. Geminis, they're more, sometimes it can be something that you either love or hate about us, that nobody really knows how we did it, but all of a sudden everyone's working smoothly in this. This is the energy I'm getting out of it. In this conform, they are conforming, but it's not at a lower energy conforming. It's more of all of the pieces flowing together in harmony, in their own, everyone in their unique way with their this. Okay, so like, hey, Harry over there, he's good at fixing cars, and Sally, she's good at math, and John, he's patient, but Ron, you got to be careful with him because he kind of has a short temper. But we all really care about each other underneath it, and we try really hard to not to be understanding when Sam's had a bad day. And John, if you sing row 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 your boat to him when he's depressed, for some reason it just helps him. And nobody really and that could be when it's upright. That's kind of sneaky that no one really realizes it, but all of a sudden this hidden influence has caused everyone to be conforming in a higher level, a higher, more synchronized level. When it's reversed, it's revealing this. It reveals this conforming again at a higher level. So either way, I feel like it could be. I love that. I feel like the fact that I don't know whether it was upright or reversed, it shows me that it's that Gemini energy. And then this free-flowing means you're free-flowing in the things you're passionate about. Dang, that's awesome, Gemini. Yeah, so I'm learning. I had not done this on screen before, where I let the cards fall, because fear and fear of something new. And I think my Gemini energy in myself, where before I had that fear of looking stupid, or wanting to be in control of everything, and afraid to let go of control. And so there you go. There's me on screen learning with you. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching, and have a great week. I hope to see you soon.